How many times have you prayed in your life? Now, I'm not asking how many lists you've made, or how many religious instructions you've obeyed, or how many games of guilty Christian you've played, or how many public speeches you've relayed, or how many recitations you've portrayed. I'm asking, how many times have you prayed? How many times have you cried, whimpered, sighed, whispered, tried to listen, died and risen? How many times have you approached God honestly, asking for nothing but got everything, had everything to hide but hid nothing, said not a word but spoke endlessly, never opened your eyes but saw eternity? How many times have you reached inside yourself so deeply that you pulled out something you didn't recognize? How many times have you approached your maker, not as who you want to be, not as who you wish you were, not as who you think you are, not as who you ought to be, but just as you are, with all the dirt that covered you when God first fell in love with you? How many times have you run to your lover for passion, your provider for rations, your father for lessons, your instructor for lashings? Oh, how many times have you prayed? For your God's ear it waits for one drop of confession, one honest expression, one wild connection. Don't approach the living God with dead prayers, but come to Him when your lifeless prayers are dead and the Spirit on your tongue is dripping with life. Then every syllable you speak will be a divine trade. Your mouth will leak with the flood of praise that you've made. Then the number you seek will be far too high to be weighed, and you'll never be able to answer the question, how many times have you prayed?